let's talk about what you should be thinking about to protect AD before the attack comes. The basics, okay? You know, this is like, oh no, I can't believe I'm hearing the basics again. Guess what? The basics are still applicable, extremely applicable. Inventory. So know what you have out there in Active Directory. Where are your domain controllers? What does your site topology look like? Where are your site links that connect your Active Directory sites together? What are you for disk space? What versions of the operating system? You need to have all of that in place, because if something goes wrong with AD, that's not the time to try and figure it out from places that you may not even have available. An incident response plan, and this is something that has changed over time. Most organizations, you know, never thought of having to have an incident response plan. It should now be a part of every IT policy and every IT policy and practice procedure. Even in very small organizations, incident response is not something that you want to figure out once you've been hit by an attack. You want to have plans in place and have them already tested. Patching. Patching is still happening for Active Directory. We are still occasionally seeing patches coming out that are very important to secure Active Directory. Of course, antivirus and EDR, endpoint detection and response, which is one of the most common entry points into your corporate network. Password hygiene. I still get pushback on the fact that NIST and Microsoft have updated their password policies, their guidelines for creating passwords, for rotating passwords. It's not what you thought. It isn't what it used to be, because they have seen from attackers what attackers really do and what they really care about. And it's very important. So look into things specifically. One of the takeaways is to do what you can to reject common passwords. So Microsoft has if you have an Azure Active Directory subscription, Microsoft has a tool that is licensed with that subscription called Azure AD Password Protection. But you can also get relatively inexpensive third-party password filters that incorporate into Active Directory and reject common passwords. That's one of the most common access paths to Active Directory is by users with common passwords. 1234, summer 1992, and they use password spray attacks, guess the passwords, and then get into your network. Least privilege access control, very important. Administrative tiering, how hard is it and how easy is it to jump up into get privilege escalation into Active Directory and then own it. MFA. MFA on premises is sometimes can be challenging, but that's something to look into as well. Best practices for configuration, network segmentation, also a challenge. But here's an easy one. Purple Knight. Purple Knight is a free tool that we have available. It's free for the download. We don't see anything on it. It's publicly available, and it will assess your Active Directory security posture in a matter of minutes. This is a view from my own environment of what Purple Knight looks like. So the product has had more than 10,000 downloads, and it will review your security posture for areas like Kerberos security, account security, service principal names, too many administrators, all sorts of things that you would never expect to look for, over 100 different indicators of exposure. It's free to use. It requires no elevated rights in Active Directory. It doesn't even require elevated rights on the client to run Purple Knight.